Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. I'm about to open a bunch of stuff I got from Amazon. If you saw my other unboxing video of Russian and Ukrainian books, I really thought that my entire order came, and it wasn't until I finished unboxing that I realized, oh, there's actually a bunch of other stuff still coming. So that's what I'm going to show you today. And I haven't looked in anything, but I did rip off the rip ties and stuff on some of these packages so I'd have an easier time one-handed. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first is Sasha and the Wolf Cub. And this is about wolves in Russia again. If you watched my other video, you may remember I was talking about how wolves are a common theme in Russian literature and stories. And so this is a little reader, probably for younger kids. It's got some illustrations in there. So that's the first book of today's unboxing. Next, we have Arkady's Goal, and this is also by Eugene Yelchin. If you watched my other video, I had two other books by him. And this is about a 12-year-old Arkady who plays soccer and was an orphan in orphanage for children of enemies of the state. And so that's a pretty substantial book. I was hoping that my 6th grade son will read this, and he'll be turning 12 that year. And next is The Haunting of Falcon House, also by Eugene Yelchin. And this is about Russian history. I think it's fiction, but it's about 12-year-old prince who learns about his family. And I do have the description of all of these books in a blog post if you want to read the description from the publisher, and I'll include that in the description box. Next, some better lighting. This is Angel on the Square, and this is about St. Petersburg and the royal family and things like that. And I do know, I'm pretty sure this book is included in the Bookshark Eastern Hemisphere, so we might actually already have a copy of this book, but it just kept coming up for every Russian novel search that I was doing. So, and then I don't know if Homeless Bird is also about Russia or not. Next. So this book, this is a dystopian book. It's called We, and it's by Yevgeny Zamyatin. I don't know if this is true or not, but the Arcade Fire album that was released on May 6th is called We, and according to Wikipedia, it's named after this dystopian novel, which is also rumored to be a precursor to Brave New World. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounded really interesting, so I wanted to get a copy of it. And there's a shot of it says it's the inspiration for 1984. If you're interested in reading that, I'll be reading that. It is a Russian author, so I may have my then 15-year-old read it. She'll be a freshman in high school next year. May not. I'm going to go ahead and read it just for me, and then, maybe we can use it again for next year's studies, or maybe it'll just be, a book for me to read. Okay. Next package. Wanted to try and give you guys an actual unboxing experience rather than just showing you stuff. Which is proving to be difficult with one hand. Okay. The Russian Revolution by Baby Professor. This got mixed reviews, so I'm not sure why that was. But I thought it would be good to have some picture books for my younger kids, in addition to these different chapter books and things. Sorry, it's getting a little bit of shine. That is The Russian Revolution by Baby Professor. I don't actually know what Baby Professor is, but my understanding is that it's more academic topics written for younger kids. Correct me. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. This is Wasily, which is probably pronounced as a V, Kandinsky, who's a famous Russian artist. And this is activities. So I'm kind of interested to see what activities are included in here. Oh, interesting. So character traits. This looks like teachers pay teachers kind of thing. Oh, this is totally not what I was expecting, but maybe we'll use it anyway. So this kind of looks like a unit study type of a thing rather than an art book about this artist. Kind of not what I was expecting, and this is one of the limitations of ordering off of Amazon or other websites where you can't really look at the pages. So I don't know how we will use this, but I will try to make some use of it. What I was expecting was, you know how they had those like folders that had like a particular artist, and then there was like scraps of paper inside and you could make art in the style of that artist. That's what I was expecting with this. So I don't really know. I hadn't heard of this, what's it called? This type of, not this type of book, but this author, this format. So that's kind of interesting. And then moving on. Oh, so this is a book for my 12-year-old from Build Your Library. So this has nothing to do with Russia. This was just another book I ordered a while ago, and it looks like this is a former library book. So if you're familiar with Build Your Library, she wrote this really excellent literature-based curriculum, but one of the problems that she's been running into is a lot of the books go out of print and are hard to source, and so she's been rewriting a lot of the different levels. This one's from the current level 7. Actually, it's not even the current level 7. This is, there's now a new version out. So this is from the previous level 7. And we've really had a hard time getting several of the books. So I'm sure people who've bought the new version have hopefully had a much easier time sourcing the books. And we're actually waiting until the new level 8 gets released before we purchase it for her for next year. Okay. So this book right on top, History of Eastern Europe. This is one of the books I talked about in my last video. I got 3 books by the same publisher or author, or whatever you call it, Captivating History. And it was kind of hard to tell from the Amazon description who the target audience of these are. It looked to me like it could be for not adults, particularly because it says captivating history. It seems to me like that means they're trying to captivate, younger people who may have a shorter attention span or less, tolerance for reading boring histories. So these were the 3 that I thought were the most relevant. The Russian Empire, and this is really short. And if you look at, I just quickly saw the first couple of chapters. It definitely looks like something that you could break up into chunks. The issue would obviously be if you're reading about Ivan the Terrible, how violent and brutal is this book, or the description rather. The second one is Russian history, and this I actually didn't find until last, and so I had already added the other 2 books to my cart at that point. And it's hard to tell how much overlap there is if you get different perspectives. Oh, here's the contents. So, Foundation of Rus, that's what Russia used to be called. And I'll go ahead and show you the table of contents from the Russian Empire before we move on to this Eastern Europe book. And it says there's a free bonus, whatever that is, bonus guide. So here's the table of contents for this one. Catherine the Great, about the Tsars, Nicholas, further reading. Let's go ahead and look at that appendix for a second. I found some really cool stuff in appendices lately. Appendix A, further reading, so that gives you some additional books. So that's interesting. Okay. Then the next book, History of Eastern Europe. So this is a fat one. This was the first book that I found discussing the history of Russia. And the other reason that I got this is, the surrounding areas of Russia, especially those countries that used to be part of the Soviet Union. Obviously, the history is directly relevant to studying Russian history. So I thought maybe my oldest, who's going to be in high school next year, could read this. She'll also be taking AP European history. So it seems like this is the type of stuff that could be directly relevant. I'm trying to focus on that for you. I'm sorry, it's a little bit blurry. The table of contents, Russian beginnings. I'm sorry, my hand's shaking a little bit. It's getting tired. Post-war years, fall of communism, Stalin-Tito split, Berlin Wall, Slovenia, 10-Day War, Ukrainian Revolution. So probably, the current stuff that's going on would go right here in this book. So it's already outdated. That's the way history is, right? Okay. Next, this is First 100 Words, and I actually thought that this was a board book, but it's apparently a paperback book. And so I'll be using my husband to help me use this with the kids. But I do know some of these words, like this is kartoffel. I don't know that one for potato. I know kartoshka. Colors, animals. Lisa is fox. Okay, so that'll be for my kindergartner next year. But, I'll also do it with my big kids too, in addition to other things. Oh, this is a big honkin' book. I did not realize that. Egg and Spoon. I'm guessing by the size, this is for my high schooler. Here's the back of it. When a train stalls in an impoverished Russian village, two girls' lives collide. In this dazzling novel for all ages, master storyteller Gregory Maguire interweaves a tale of mistaken identities with a priceless Fabergé egg, a crotchety ant, matryoshka dolls, dragon's teeth, and a wisecracking Baba Yaga. So that was another book that kept coming up in my Russian literature searches. So that's cool. It's got a train and a village and trees, ocean, and then what looks like, Russian style architecture. And I apologize if you can hear my cat in the background. She keeps running through here. Like, what is happening? Okay. And then the last box. See if I can grab it. Having trouble one-handed today. Okay, this is a big box. Double tape. I'm gonna have to put the phone down. Okay, I had quite a time getting that one open. It's like industrial strength tape. Oh, look. So we got 5 packs of Mega Omega. So I didn't order this. I'm guessing it's from my parents. So what a way to end our Amazon haul video than to show you the 6 bags of Mega Omega trail mix that probably my dad sent us, which will definitely come in handy. And it's got pumpkin seeds, cranberries, almonds, dried mango, walnuts. Let's check out the nutrition facts on there. So 3 grams of protein in a quarter cup. And what else? Calcium. Oh, look at that. Potassium, 2% iron. Awesome. Thanks, parents. And that's the last thing in our haul today. So it was kind of funny because my kids were asking what was in this giant box, and we were guessing that maybe it was muscle milk, but I went ahead and cheated and I checked my tracking, and I saw that muscle milk's not coming until next week. So this box was truly a surprise to me as well. If you liked checking out our Amazon haul, feel free to give this video a like. And if you want to see more things that we get randomly in the mail or that we order for our homeschool, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thanks for going on this unboxing journey with me today. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.